I would say pocket those. We'll want a bevy of those. Can I see anybody like of particular authority here who I can question, or is it just going to be a case of me just going around and being Talos, Talos?
Roll me a perception.
I'm so glad I have these buffs, man. That's a 19.
You're glad because of who you are. These aren't buffs. These are who this judge is. You are looking at this floor as you begin wandering, kind of not aimlessly, but just unknowingly through this hedge maze. You are seeing that there are some torturers in individual rooms, interrogators, some of whom seem to just be having conversations, some of whom are in the bloody midst of nightmarish images that, if you were not a judge who'd already seen things like this, would haunt you forever. You are seeing torturers in these rooms. You are also, as you move through the hallways with your high roll, you are hearing the thud of heavy footsteps, and you manage to catch a glimpse of a, for lack of a better term, like an unholy ascended brother. You see they are holding a massive sword that has been built into both hands. The blade, metallic bone, it's fully bone, but there's a shine to it that is unnatural, and the trails, these tremors, these insidious tentacles of blood sneaking out of it have moved up these figures' forearms, into their arms, built into their shoulders. These are huge individuals, like 6'4", 6'5", your size, I guess, not necessarily the tallest for you, Judge, but you're looking at bodybuilders in that 400-pound range, just absolutely monstrous individuals. They have scarified their entire bodies, and all of the scarification still looks active. It's still bleeding. You can see that the blade itself has little holes and whorls at the bottom that are clearly designed to absorb blood, and they have a gag tied on around their face that has been stitched to their skin. You only think there could be one or two of them on this floor based on the sound. They seem very, very nasty.
I don't know if I want to talk with them. If I'm seeing some of these, for lack of a better word, cult interrogators.
So many people!
Their faces.
Right. I'd like to.
I just have to push on through, otherwise I will never get going.
It's just grunt. Talos Evo.
You're interrupting my ministrations. This is one of the more intellectual, smaller figures standing next to a man who's been strapped to a rack. It seems like he's just been talking to him and just inserting acupuncture-style needles into his arms and legs. There are 36 needles in this person who's there, sweating, shaking. Oh, that's enough out of you. You're interrupting my ministrations.
This is the only guy I have to deal with right now? Okay.
You could go talk to somebody else if you wanted, but I figured you'd rather talk to somebody who's talking rather than somebody who's like pulling someone's guts out of their body.
That's true. So I am going to use my intimidation skills to talk to this torturing interrogator. And I am going to press my chest up to this person and...
Oh.
Talos Ivo, where is he?
Roll me intimidation.
Oh my god. Oh, he liked it.
Oh. That one.
Oh, we're falling apart.
You step forwards to interrogate this figure, hitting them with your chest, asking about Talos Ivo, and you see their eyes go wide, and you realize your mistake. Because under your robes, you are wearing armor. And cultists do not wear armor. And you hear this torture go, "They're here! The Imperium is here! Ah!" And he tries to stab you with 2 needles that immediately break against your arm, and he goes, "Oh, damn!"
And I'm going to yell, Where? As I crack his neck.
Roll me an unarmed attack.
Yay!
Oh, shit. That's a 15.
That will hit. So roll me a d4, and you will be adding 4 to it.
Okay, 7.
7. You try to crack his neck, and his neck does break, but he falls to the ground going, he's on the ground going,
So then I'm going to yell, The Imperium is here! Everybody! The Imperium!
Outside! They're outside!
They're outside!
Damien, can you roll me deception? blade comes sprinting down the hall and moves past you to the elevator, hitting the button down, and travels
Like,
down.
just with my foot, I'm like kicking this guy like underneath another tarp, like just under a curtain kind of thing. Just like, cool. Keep down there.
I'm gonna say he dies from the kick. I know they take him out. The two of you find yourself standing over this figure strapped to this table with needles throughout their body. You're seeing a planetary defense force uniform. It's clearly someone from the Astra Militarum.
Okay. I'm gonna get close. We're on your side. We're here to rescue you. You must tell us where Talos Ivo is.
What the fuck? Take the needles out, man!
I'm taking them out as I'm talking to him. Sorry, I should say that.
Thank you, that's better. I don't know who Talos Ivo is. What?
He's a prisoner that was taken here. He was in our bodies.
He's a member of the Mechanicus.
Thank you.
Mechanicus. He got taken to the flayed man. He's at the back of the floor. I don't know what happened to him.
Thank you. How alive is this person?
The needles are coming out, but otherwise the harm of this person seems relatively minimal.
Oh, great. Then I'm going to just say, play dead for as long as you can. When there's an opening, run.
Okay, can I have a weapon, please?
Okay. I'm going to get one of the needles and hand it to her.
Can I have a gun?
Do I see any? Do I see? Is there like a storage locker for where his clothes were or anything like that?
Oh no. Oh no, absolutely not. This is an improvised torture hospital.
What I I don't want to give him my auto pistol. That's mine. Adam.
I told him yesterday.
God damn, she's laughing a lot.
That's mine. We're in a maze structure right now. You're gonna have to do close combat. I can't risk you going off half-cocked with my auto pistol. Give it time, brother.
I mean, this is kindly as possible, Judge. You're fucking crazy, but thank you for letting me go.
I'm just going to, again, tilt my head, give a little nod to this guy for, okay, you appreciate that I'm letting you go. That's all.
Great. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to go to where he said,
Great, because you're going to continue your way through the maze on the 5th story. Is there anything else you want to do, Damien?
I'm going to.
and pocket any stims, I should say, if we've seen any.
I want to cast Preternatural Skill, the cantrip, to give a 1d4 bonus to a skill check.
Great.
But this is the question, and I don't know if I'm allowed to have this information. What skill would it be to navigate a labyrinthine torture maze?
I would accept insight. I would accept investigation. I think it's pretty flexible. So you're trying to find the way through the maze with more effect. Can you roll it for me now? So we'll find out where you are on your next turn.
Okay.
I would accept insight if you're trying to feel your way through this maze using your warp senses. I would accept investigation if you're trying to use what you know of heretics to try to solve your way through this. Or I would accept survival if it's just your ability to track where the other end of the building is.
Well, I can give it to someone else as well.
That's true, which if you'd rather be the judge than you, but
Yeah.
I figured...
I need to have a quick chat with him about using warp magic on him, and say I can aid you in your search for the flayed man, but you'll have to allow me to use my powers on you.
Are there any other ways?
Yes, we just look with our eyes and hope.
Fine.
All right, here you go. So that's a 4 for the warp greatness, and a D4. Oh, sorry, I think I'm doing it wrong.
It's okay. You added a 3 to your roll because it's guidance, which would be his roll, but we'll do that as well because I said I wanted to roll this now anyway. So you've got a 3 that's being added to his roll.
It's concentrated to one
Place using it or internal compass relative to the larger part of the building.
I would like to use my natural insight. I did assess this place once I came in. I clocked everything.
Yeah, and you've got an instinct now that you've seen the crimes that are going on in here. So roll an insight.
Can I ask a quick question?
do other things as long as it's not another concentration spell. So you can still take all of your normal actions. You can even cast other spells, like your other miracles, as long as they aren't concentration. And anytime you are injured while a concentration spell is running, you have to make a saving throw to see if you can hang on to it or if it goes away.
Perfect. Nat 20.
Hey.
You know exactly where you're going, but this is all, it feels natural to you. It feels incredible. The warp is so powerful. It boosts you that you know exactly where you're going. You were headed straight for the flayed man through these tents. Meanwhile, outside, Morgan, you've seen your original targets get gunned down, but now 8 more flayed guard have come around the edges of this building, 4 from the far side and 4 closer to you. What do you do?
Morgan is going to try to continue moving up to get back to the rest of the group. And while she's doing that, she's going to come over to Damien and just, we are outside taking fire. Hopefully that will aid you in some distraction, but the moment you see the asset, call us and we will abandon this position.
It has. We're on the 5th floor, proceeding to target.
All right. So she's going to make it back up to the group. I think if we can get rid of this other time, move, and that she's going to the shots from.
Fabulous. I'll say you are able to break into the building, run down the hallway. With your cunning action, you could get to their balcony. Essentially, it's like you'd have to break in, dash down, smash a window, jump across to the next building, get into there. But you are there. If you do want to take a shot, you can. You arrive on the balcony next to Brother Solomon and Larsa, who is just opening up on people, with Solomon crouched down next to her, peeking over, calling where she is shooting.
We're going to try and fight through this wave and then get back to the building.
Excellent. It's a pleasure to see you again, Morgan.
Thank you. It's good to be back. And she'll take a shot.
Great. There's a group of 4 to the left and a group of 4 to the right. Which one are you targeting?
To the left.
Great. Take a shot.
That is
Dialed in.
a 24 to hit.
That definitively hits.
Take these.
Roll me that damage.
Take these dice and flush them down the toilet.
That's a 6, so that's 10 damage again.
10 damage. Fantastic. You gun down one of the flayed guards. The round punches through his torso and he falls back dead as the other 3 with him duck back and into cover. 2 of them diving behind a burnt out truck just to the right of the entrance they came in, and 1 just leaning out and firing around the very edge of the building. So that group is functionally pinned. They are not advancing any further. The group on the right, however, is still moving. The Crimson Brotherhood, you don't know what's happening with them, but they sure are moving through the hospital, and now an Ascended Brother is coming down on top of some of the True Brothers. Back to the top of the list, Brother Solomon.
You hit the ones on the left?
Correct.
Larsa, to the right, with all haste.
Fantastic. She opens fire. Roll me with advantage.
Oh, 17.
She's gonna
top
hit.
that. 16. She's
17.
done.
All right, roll me 3d6.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, good one whenever.
6, 3, 10.
10. This group of 4 loses 2 of their number, and she gets to fire again on her turn. So roll me another d20 with advantage. You may as well hang on to those d6s.
Yes, do it.
Come on, baby. 6. Ooh, so she only got a 6 that last one. It was my fault for using this piss die. I got cocky.
Yep, you got cocky. So she guns down 2 of them, and the other 2 continue to race forwards. It's good. They're trying to get into the buildings to flank you. But she has fired upon them most effectively, leading to the battle out front. Roll me a d4 with advantage.
4.
Okay, the battle out front continues. You hear some revving, you hear some screams of pain, you hear some gunfire, but it's clear the intensity is increasing on the battle in front of the hospital that none of you can see. The Flayed Guard are continuing their advance. So the one group, we have 3 pinned. We have 2 dashing further into the building. It's when you see a heavy weapon bearing Flayed Guard join the group on the left, the 3 that are pinned, and begin to set up to open fire on your position. And on the right side, another 3 Flayed Guard come around the corner, advancing towards you. It's a small army coming up for you. You've attacked an enemy intelligence facility where, unknowing to you, a significant person for this army is present. So the heat is on. Can you survive? survive these ever-increasing waves of Fladeguard? Can you find Talos Ivo and get him out of this hellscape? Can you save the Imperium on a mission even though you don't know how it will save the Imperium? We'll find out next episode.
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of players Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbert, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside our Dungeon Master Ryan Flont. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks using Snow Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUFBDICE. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents of the Inquisition and join us next episode. But go take a look at yourself. Come on, Sid.
Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger,
Hei. Skal jeg kjøpe en ost til hvis jeg skal lage pizza til barna?
Sam Shaker, Waffle, Dia Delos Hookless, Swishy Werewolf, Ribby,
Ja, ok.
Accent Therapeutic
Skal jeg gjøre klar pizzaen, og så kan jeg lage den når dere er på vei tilbake?
Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com.
Ja, ok. Skal dere prøve å spise det til middag i stedet for, da? Eller hun?
Your homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Soler, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hempsey, Alex
Ja, greit. Ja, ha det.
Mickey Blake, Seth Capron,
Ja, da gjør jeg det. Greit. Ha det.
Adamir 101, The Dangler, Anti-Core 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Everly, The Yes Buttons Improvisational Comedy, Lord Taser, Funky Stevie, J. Robert the Mad Fox, Dagger Ray, Derek Winterberg, and Chillin' LeBlanc. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you. Outside the MedStack building, the Flensing Interrogation building, while inside there is an insertion mission seeking to find Talos Ivo and get him out. Outside, Fladeguard are expanding in number as more of them join this combat against you. Morgan and Brother Solomon, along with Larsa Quinn, the pilot that you picked up and or tortured, who is now firing a 50 cal twin-linked autocannon down at these forces. Morgan, you've been sniping away, and Brother Solomon, you've been calling the shots, but you have a small army arrayed against you. To your left, coming around the corner, ducked into cover, pinned down by fire, are 3 Fladeguard, as well as a newly arrived heavy weapon that is setting up to be aimed at your position. To your right, 2 Fladeguard dashed into the buildings, meaning that they are shifting away to be able to flank you, while 3 more have come out and are following in that path. But it's time for the 3 Fladeguard who have been pinned down to open fire against your position. They are going to be aiming at Larsa because they need to suppress and or eliminate her on this gun. She, however, has significantly more armor than she otherwise would because of the handiwork of Brother Solomon, who tore a a metal grate out of a wall and perfectly shaped it to give her 3/4 cover, which means her AC is increased by 5. 15 is significantly better than 10.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. The first shot is a 19, so that will absolutely fire up and through this. She is going to take... Okay, she takes 4 points of damage, but continues firing through the pane. There's another shot. That is a 17. That will still hit her where she is standing. And that will do 7 damage, which means Larsa...
She is going to take no... Well, she's... so Brother Solomon has an ability called Interception. So when a creature within 5 feet of me is hit with an attack, I can take my reaction to reduce that damage by 1d10 plus 2.
Okay.
So he's gonna like pull out his greatsword and like use it to like plug one of the holes.
Bat aside
and,
a
like,
bolt
yeah,
as
or
it's
smack
coming in.
something
So
apart.
roll me a d10.
Where are you, you little bastard? That is an 8.
Do you want the P die?
Oh, good call.
For anyone at home, Josh has 2 sets of dice. One which is black and red, and the other which they have decided looks like P. It's yellow. He's showing it on camera. That won't help anyone in the audio medium, but
It looks like piss.
it's yellow.
That is 7 points of damage. She does
Well,
not
guys,
take.
I will
7
see you
points of
later
damage,
tonight
which
for
is
some
damage she
gaming.
did take. So a last
Gonna
bolt
enjoy
flies
this
up and you
weather,
smash it aside
since
with
it's
your
now
sword
19
expertly
Celsius.
As the third shot comes in.
Pretty warm. And yeah, see you later.